Starting in Age of Ultron, Wanda's psionic abilities are raw, invasive, and deeply tied to the Mind Stone's neuroelectric rewrite of her brain. Her power manifests first as direct psychic intrusion, where she interfaces with the minds of others, pulling out their fears, memories, and subconscious constructs, and forcing them into fully immersive, nightmarish visions that feel completely real. This same psionic access allows her to read thoughts and scan intentions, while also influencing emotional states, amplifying fear, rage, and instability to manipulate behavior. As her control sharpens, she demonstrates mind control and motor override, guiding actions and even coordinating multiple individuals at once. Alongside this, her telekinesis emerges as an extension of her neural output, letting her manipulate objects, suspend debris, and control her environment with increasing precision, while projecting bursts of psionic energy as concussive attacks or defensive shields. Even here, her power is already emotionally reactive, subtly increasing in intensity as her feelings heighten, hinting at the grief-responsive amplification embedded in her system. By Captain America Civil War, Wanda's psionics become more refined and controlled, shifting from chaotic intrusion to deliberate, responsive output. Her telekinetic abilities are now precise enough to restrain individuals, redirect threats, and contain explosions, while her energy projection becomes more focused and weaponized. She continues to utilize psychic scanning and awareness, extending her perception beyond immediate surroundings for threat detection and reaction. Her empathic manipulation is more restrained, but still present, allowing her to influence emotional tension in high-stress situations. Importantly, her power modulation becomes more evident, as emotional spikes directly affect the scale and intensity of her abilities, showing that her neurological connection to her power is still deeply tied to her impulse state. In Infinity War and Endgame, Wanda's psionic system reaches a new level of integration and strength. Her telekinesis evolves into large-scale environmental control, capable of holding back massive forces and manipulating complex structures, while her energy projection becomes powerful enough to destroy advanced materials and even interact with the Mind Stone itself. Her flight is now fully realized through sustained telekinetic self-propulsion, allowing aerial combat and mobility. Her sensory extension improves as well, enabling her to perceive and track threats across distances. At this stage, her emotional state amplification becomes undeniable, with her grief and desperation dramatically increasing her output, pushing her abilities beyond their previous limits. She also begins to show stronger psychic resistance, maintaining focus and control even under extreme mental and emotional strain. Finally, in WandaVision, her psionic abilities expand into full-spectrum neural dominance. Her mind control evolves into large-scale cognitive override, simultaneously controlling an entire population with precise behavioral scripting and awareness of their internal states. Her psychic interfacing becomes constant and passive, maintaining a continuous link to every mind within her range. Her telekinesis reaches molecular-level manipulation, allowing her to alter matter, reshape environments, and sustain complex constructs effortlessly. Energy constructs become stable and intricate, forming barriers and controlled zones, while her power suppression emerges as she limits or overrides the abilities of others within her influence. Her sensory extension now spans an entire area, functioning like a persistent field of awareness. At the same time, her psychic resistance strengthens, protecting her mind from external interference. Throughout it all, her abilities remain deeply tied to her emotional core, with grief acting as both the ignition and amplifier of her entire psionic system, turning her into a self-sustaining nexus of thought, energy, and reality adjacent.